Hello, this is my video on how to draw a picture using Desmos and how to do it with the Apple one I showed you earlier. Okay, this will be quite a bit improvisational, so don't expect it to be sort of complete do this, do this, do this. I want to demonstrate some of the the play and the finding places and things for lines that you need to do in order to complete the project successfully. Okay, so let's get started. Get rid of you. Cool. Okay, here is the apple. I've got it centered, and I think the easiest thing to do is going to be to go around and do the outside of the apple first. Okay, and then the inside of the apple. You've got the first of all the bite of the apple, which I think is very circular, so I'll use a circle for that one. Okay, so we'll add my equation for a circle. Y, capital Y, open bracket, Y plus. We'll go with, what would be the center of that? 50, I could 70. Y plus 0 squared and then plus x plus 70 squared equals, making the radius of b 70 to 20, 50, so 250. Oh, I was completely off my target. And I was so small. That's terrible. Okay, so first of all, it needs to go the other thing. So it's minus 70. Okay, that's a bit better. Let's make it a bit lower. So go plus 3. Okay, and then make it bigger. That needs to be about, let's go for 800. $700, $800, $900, $1,000. That's better. Bring it down a little bit. Cool, and restrict it to 63. And let's go with Y restriction, so minus 35 and plus 24. Okay. Does it need the comma? I forget. Minus 35. Wow. I got big quickly. X is less than 68. Okay. And close brackets. Okay, so now I've got my line. So maybe that should be a little bit bigger and a little bit lower. This is going to be why you want to practice this, because you can spend a lot of time faffing to get things right that's not productive. So if you're matching this exactly, you're not moving on with the next bit of the assignment. Oh crap. Sorry. You're not moving on with the next bit of the assignment. So this is part of the design, that you've got to manage your time in the project. Okay, and you can only learn how long you take to do stuff by practicing it and doing it. Okay, so now let's go for the top, for the bottom bit of the apple. Now I think that's going to be a quartic. Okay, so it's going to need to come down, bounce, and go back up again. Okay. So let's give that a go. It's going to want, what I'm going to do is cheat a little bit. And you're going to have to do it 70 below 0. It's going to have to be positive, and it's going to have natural zeros. I'm going to pretend that that's the 0 there. It's going to have zeros at minus I don't want that. I want the actual point. Okay, let's call it minus 60. So let's say minus 49. Minus 25. Plus 1. And plus 40. Minus, it's a plus bracket. I should know that. Fully expect people to watch this at like triple speed. Oh, why do you get a double? Cool. That is kind of where I want them. Now, obviously, this graph is far too straighty and far too sort of above the line. So my first thing is I'm going to have to flatten him out, and I'll put 1 over, let's go 100. That's on the 1. Cool, let's bring that down. Ah! I want that point to be at about 70. Okay, what I'm trying to do is match the x-intercept. I also want this to be a little bit wider. Let's add too wide. There we go. Let's just bring it down again. Cool. That's probably as good as it's going to get in the time that I want to spend on this. Okay, what I want to do is stop it there. So it's going to have a range that goes, a range that goes up to 57. So y is less than, range that goes up to minus 35. Y is less than minus 35. Close brackets. Why didn't you work? Ah. Ah, cool. I love computers. I haven't set it equal to y, thus it has no idea what y is. And one would think that it might be obvious, but clearly it's not. Okay, what I want is a circle probably to take up the slack here. And then a wavy line on the top, and then 2 circles. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video and do those. Okay, and then show you the product at the end. But hopefully this sort of little bit of figuring it out as we go is key. Okay, The key thing, first of all, is that you're not going to get it exact unless you're very, very quick and very, very good. Okay, and part of this is not letting the good be the enemy, like the perfect be the enemy of the good. You've got an hour to do this. You smash it out. You do as much as you can, and then you sort of refine it, make it better, and then you submit what you can. Okay, I think the key thing with this exercise is just going to be to see how much you can get done in an hour. Now, I've done 15 minutes, so I've got 45 to go. I'll do it for 45 just to see how sort of much I get done. Okay. Okay, guys, so this is the remainder of my hour. You can see that I used a lot of cubics and flattened them out. Okay, and cheated a little bit and copied and pasted one cubic onto the other, then had a lot of play with the numbers. The circles did the same. Okay, this bit of the apple up the top is 2 circles sort of matched over each other, and then did the line down. Okay, and just crunch them out. Key thing is that sort of you can see that there's a picture after an hour. Okay, the picture's not perfect. If we get rid of that and zoom in, you can see the bottom, what I did first, is probably the most shocking. Okay, it bends in, those two don't line up, the lines don't match completely, there's not really a curve there. I would have put a circle there if I'd had more time, and then cut there and there. I also would have sort of made that a little bit more wobbly. I wanted a tiny bit more wobble there. But as you can see, it's not too bad. Whoa. Key things are that it uses equations to draw something that matches the circle. Okay. For the part of the assignment that's the response and evaluation and how well you would have done, I would write that one of my first things would be that I was very happy that I got the circles. I think the circles are probably the best matching bits of this diagram. I would write how I was happy that the diagram itself gave me the chance just to use a lot straight line. Those horizontal lines mean that you can churn out matching equations very, very quickly. I'd talk about the sort of domain and range restrictions and how sort of lining these up was a little bit tedious, but that if I had hindsight, I would have used more equations. Like I would, if I could, I'd make this circle tiny bit bigger to come up there and then kill that. That sort of bit there really annoys me. But yeah, I'd say that sort of the overall it was good, but I would want to learn how to match the circle a bit better, and I would have liked more time just to match the curves a lot easier. Okay, that was how I do this. That's the sort of comments and things you'd like in the paragraph. Obviously, that rambling bunch of sentences doesn't make a great paragraph, but hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight into how the assignment works and an example of something that's not brilliant, but does achieve the task's end state. Okay, thank you very much. Bye, guys and girls. Cool. So last stage, you're happy with your... recording properly? No. So last stage, you're happy with your drawing and you want to submit it. Okay, what you do first of all is you get the best screenshot you can of your drawing. So we're going to give it the full page. Okay, I've set the background to dull so that you can see both the drawing behind it and my job at matching it. And that'll just help people see the sort of inspiration and your drawing very succinctly. So cut that. And copy it, paste it into a Google Doc. New one. Okay, now I'm going to title this document 001, which is the number I gave myself. It should have been 007. Assessment 1. Specialist methods. Semester 1. That's not semester, exclamation mark. Just 1. I'd like you to use this title. Okay, but of course with your number, not 001 in the thing. So we can easily see the assessment, it's all got one name. And then copy and paste that. And use that as the title of your document. Then paste the copy, paste. Okay, then do the same with the equations. So bring them out. And then paste them underneath. And then that's my document. Make that a little bit smaller so everyone can see. For some reason, my Google Docs is defaulting to landscape, which is annoying. Why don't they fix those ones? That's annoying too. Okay, I would get all your ducks lined up in a row so that you didn't have all these little formatting annoyances when you're doing your assignment. As if I was doing an assignment and I had to reformat stuff like this and make it into a different document, it would annoy me a lot. And what's that? You go there. Ah, I see what happened. Smarter people would edit this out of the video, but I see an upside to it. whole document. Whole document, portrait, A4, okay. Page setup, portrait, whole document, portrait. Okay, awesome. Cool, and this is with the thing, what I'm going to submit. File. I'll print this to a PDF, just so there's no alterations and anything else, and then submit the PDF. So file. Print. Because the internet's being slow. But if you print it to a PDF and title it and save it with that thing, all should be good. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Bye guys and girls.